You're looking live at a tactical unit, likely with the Fulton County SWAT team that we saw staging earlier today, responding to a park in Sandy Springs. This is Overlook Park that was locked down earlier today and continues to be locked down as of the latest information that we have received. Details are still limited on what exactly is sparking this law enforcement response, but we know it is a sizable law enforcement response. You're looking at about 8 officers in tactical gear walking through the park right now. That's just a component of a large police response that we saw about 45 to 60 minutes ago staging outside of the Sandy Springs Police Department. Our Galat Malamed was live on the scene there, watching as SWAT team members in tactical gear were converging on the police department, getting into a Bearcat, a specialized SWAT police vehicle. And then they hit the road and they moved out, apparently to Overlook Park here. This is what we know according to Sandy Springs Police, a release that came in around 2:40 in the afternoon, so about 30 minutes ago. Sandy Springs Police said that their department responded to a suspicious person call involving a man dressed in military-style gear. That man entered a wooded area following an alleged dispute with someone else. Shortly after that, a 911 caller reported hearing possible gunshots in the area. Sandy Springs Police calling this an event that is serious in nature, is how they described it. They say they're investigating further. Importantly, as of the latest confirmed information we have from Sandy Springs Police, no injuries have been reported. Sandy Springs Police says they will release more information as the day unfolds. Jordan, I believe we talked to a witness, a neighbor, somebody in the area. Our Galat Malamed and Adrian Guerra, our reporter and photojournalist who have been following this story, spoke a short time ago to somebody who was in the area. This is what they had to say.
I was down at the river right here down the road and just hanging out. It's my go-to spot, and I heard all the commotion, and then I looked at my phone and saw that there was something going on in Morgan Falls. So I walked on up and saw all the police officers. It's very rare to hear that much commotion going on, so I was kind of stunned and had to find out what was going on. Is one of the polling places like under attack or something? To be honest, that wasn't a consideration of mine. I think it speaks volumes to how not just politics, but our world in general. I do think that there are people out there that are very dangerous and not really hinged correctly. So
this, of course, is as that man was alluding to. Today is election day. It's primary election day here in Georgia. A Fulton County spokesperson confirmed a little while ago today that voting was temporarily suspended at a polling place close to that park there in Sandy Springs. That polling place temporarily suspending voting there at around 11:40 this morning. The Fulton County spokesperson saying they're going to be seeking a court order to extend voting hours there, which is the common redress anytime there's something that pauses voting. Sometimes it's a technical issue, sometimes it's a fire drill. The counties will go to a judge, go to the court, and ask to extend the hours so that everybody who's using that polling place has the full amount of time, the full 12 hours, to cast their election day ballots. Let's pop this helicopter picture back up again now as we are continuing to watch this in real time right alongside of you. More law enforcement in tactical gear walking through this park in Sandy Springs, Overlook Park. Hard to tell from this vantage point. You don't want to presume, you don't want to guess what they are doing. What you can tell typically from their posture, the pace of movement, is that it does not appear, and the fact that they seem to be fanned out across the park here, it doesn't appear that these officers have identified a focal point just yet inside of that park of where they are putting the emphasis and the bulk of their attention. It appears that they're searching the park, walking it, usually in teams, sometimes as you see on your screen right now, alone, but in tactical gear, walking through this park, likely searching it. Again, this is in Sandy Springs Overlook Park here. The park has been closed down for likely a few hours at this point. This all happened around lunchtime. Again, details still limited, but Sandy Springs Police saying, importantly, no injuries have been reported at this time, but that they are responding to what they're describing as a suspicious person call that involved a man who was dressed in military-style gear. That person then entered a wooded area. Sandy Springs not explicitly making that connection, but you can presume that that wooded area was in the park or in the area of the park, and that's why the law enforcement focus is here. That would be a likely chain of events. Sandy Springs says that man entered the wooded area following an alleged dispute with somebody else, and then a little while later, somebody called 911 saying that they heard possible gunshots in the area. So after that chain of events, our crew, in short order, got to Sandy Springs Police headquarters, where they witnessed pretty sizable law enforcement presence staging outside of the police department. You're looking at a little bit of that footage from earlier this afternoon. Officers with the Fulton County SWAT team in full tactical gear, gearing up, staging, and then after a little while, it's hard to gauge these times, but probably about 30 minutes or so of staging, they moved out, went over to that park, Overlook Park, and you see them rolling out right now along with the tactical vehicle and then standard law enforcement vehicles as well. That was that team rolling out a little while ago, made their way over to the park, and that's where they appear to be walking through the park, searching the park. Again, details still pretty limited at this point, but no injuries reported. Sandy Springs Police say they continue to investigate. And you see now again that live shot over the park in Sandy Springs here, the center of a sizable police presence. Some of it is obscured by the tree cover here. You see those officers, that team huddled together, talking in the middle of the park there. Again, right now, details very limited. Sandy Springs Police confirming no injuries have been reported at this time.